Так, теперь нас видно, нас слышно. Отлично. Ну что, мы тогда начинаем. Сегодня у нас необычный, мне кажется, стрим, потому что сегодня у нас в гостях будет дизайнер не русскоговорящий, дизайнер, который из Италии, но который живет и работает в Лондоне, Франческо. И поэтому мы сегодня будем говорить на английском. Это хороший повод как раз проверить свои знания, потому что это не так сложно, как кажется на самом деле. И мы сейчас этим стримом попробуем это продемонстрировать, немножечко поговорить за жизнь, поговорить про дизайн и заодно, может быть, ответить на какие-то ваши вопросы. So, let's switch to English, all right? So, Francesco, hello and welcome. Sorry for my Russian. That was just for introduction. So, Francesco.
Thank you for having me here today. Nice to meet you, Guy. I see that almost 30 people in the room, more than 30 people in the room. So I'm really happy to be here today. So
I'm happy to have you here as well. So thanks for coming, by the way. Definitely.
You.
So, Francesco, maybe you can tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
Just let's do this small introduction.
Yeah. Yes, so I can say that I'm here in London. So I've been working for Bumble for 3 years now, three and a half years. And basically I'm designer at Bumble, and most of the time I'm working with a cross-functional team. I mean, a team like developers, PMs, content designers. So it's a straight collaboration with them. And my main goal basically is to solve UX challenges, business challenges, make sure that our projects are always high quality in terms of user experience, in terms of design, in terms of consistency. So this is basically what I do every day. And yeah, it's a nice product. Bumble, it's really cool product. It's something related to human behaviors and interaction. So the main goal for a designer at Bumble is to help people to build relationship, to build connection, so kind connection. No? Mm-hmm. And actually, I'm in a different team because Bumble has 3 type of modes. No. They have BFF, they have date, BFF, and biz. For some times I worked on date, the team for some project, and then I switched to BFF team. BFF team is more related to relationship and platonic relationship. No, we need to help people to create their network, to have their experiences. And the logic is more similar to the date part, where you will see the swiping game, no? You know already, Eugene. And using the swipe game, users can match with other users and maybe go together to an event or play football together. So this is the kind of product on which I'm working every day with a really, really interesting team with smart people, and it's really interesting. The main thing is that in Bumble it's different from a startup. No, let's talk in this way. In Bumble we have everything we need in terms of design. No, as a designer I have everything. I mean, if I need some report about specific research about a specific type of users, I can talk with the user research team and I can get all the info. Same as for data analysts. No, I mean, if I need quantitative research, I can ask and get everything. So it's a well-structured team. You can get whatever you want. And senior designers and lead designers, they have total ownership of the entire process, no? Starting from the beginning to the implementation. They have, we are free to use whatever we want in terms of design process. We are really free. So we can plan user research, we can plan a workshop, for example. And this depends from the time. So if you have time, to explore, to discover new ideas and other stuff. You can, for example, have a sprint session with the entire team. This is something that we do every 6 months. We have cross-functional activity, let's say, like cross-team activities, where we discuss about the future of BFF, for example. We did it last year in Barcelona. It was really, really cool. The entire team went to Barcelona. We rent a house there, and we discussed about the future. It was really pretty cool.
I think here is, by the way, guys, thanks for putting your questions, because it's really nice. I think it's really important. Also, I want to ask you if you can put it in English. It would be fantastic, so Francesco can also read them. Because you're talking about Bumble, you're talking about processes, and there is a really nice question in the chat, and I think it's the right time to ask this. So the guy is asking, like, I would like to know more details about design process in Bumble. So maybe you can describe a daily or a weekly routine in the process that you have right now.
Yes. As a design team, we have the stand-up meeting every Monday. We discuss about what we have done in the previous week and what we have to do for the next week. Basically, it's a way to sync it, to align of everything. During the week, depend from the project you are working on. During the week, we can have warm-up session where we discuss exactly the beginning of a project, and it's a ritual we do with the PMs and at least 2 developers and the content designer. We discuss about the new project, and we plan all activities to do around the project. As a design team, we have a design critique on Wednesday, where we show the work and we discuss about the work as a design team. And we have content designers as well in the team, so we discuss together every single detail of the project. And we have another meeting with developers, weekly replenishment, where we discuss about what developers are doing, and because the most important part during the process is to be aligned with all the team. All teams need to be aware of what you are doing right now, because every time you change something in a product, in a page, it can be impactful on the rest of the app, or it can be there are lots of dependencies, no? So every time you work on something, it can be managed by a legal team, safety team, comms, and there are lots of dependencies. And then after that, we have on Friday, we have a review with the head of product, and we show to the other product, the project we are working on, the results of the week. So the designer has to present his work in the best ways possible, giving the head of product the context, the constraints, and all the details about the project. And another rituals we do is on Monday. It's another type of stand-up with the entire team of Bumble, because we have 2 types of stand-up. One is just our thought in the morning, and in the afternoon we have the stand-up meeting with the entire Bumble team. That is something like 30 people, 30 designers, content designers, and it's a lot, yeah. Content designers, manager, and designers. So and we show what we have done in the previous week. And then we have, it depends from the project, we can have other type of rituals. Another thing is that, sorry, I didn't mention, we have a daily stand-up. So basically BFF has 2 pods. So there is one that is called Start Pod, and the other one is Deepen Pod. The Start pod is more focused on the first part of the experience, when users need to discover the features, get the value from the app, and understand how it works. So I'm in the start pod. I'm working on this part right now. And then there is the deepen pod that is related. This is working on the second part of the experience, when the user connect with someone and start having a chat, and start a discussion, start building the relationship. So, and every single pod has a ritual every day. We have a daily stand-up. So I have a daily stand-up with the entire team. I mean, we have developers, content designers, and designers. Every day we have this.
What do you do on this daily stand-ups?
Are
you presenting something as well?
No. Imagine you have a list of projects we are working on, and each developer needs to give us the updates. We have a scale of a t-shirt scale.
Итак, я надеюсь, снова слышно, снова видно. Я вижу, что народ снова заходит. Это очень круто. Надо написать телеграмму. Почему обрывается связь после 10-й минуты, потому что это, правда, не первый раз уже случается. Но мы возвращаемся. Я очень рад, что вы тоже возвращаетесь. И пока мы буквально пару секунд еще ждем остальных, я тем временем, кстати, хочу воспользоваться моментом и напомнить, что еще остались места, еще идет набор на курс «Как проходить собеседование». Francesco рассказывает про Bumble. Если вы хотите работать в Bumble, если вы хотите работать с Francesco или с другими компаниями, с другими дизайнерами, такими же классными, как Francesco, пожалуйста, просто напишите мне, места еще есть. Круто. Мне кажется, все присоединились снова, поэтому давайте снова let's switch back to English.
Привет.
Привет. Sorry for this. So this is kind of a bug on Telegram. I don't know, something happened. So this has happened last time as well. So sorry about that. However, everyone is back, so we can continue.
Sure.
And yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about rituals, and I was talking about our daily stand-up meeting, in which we align the team about our work, basically. Imagine you have a spreadsheet or a list of projects we are working on, and then there is a t-shirt scale, where you have S, M, L, XL based on the time estimation. So for each project, we ask devs what they are doing, what is the status of their work, and they can say, for example, yesterday I finished this stuff. Okay, we can, instead of having S, you can put 0 because I completed the task. So we are good. So it is the Android, for example. And then we ask iOS, what's the status? And they can say, no, I'm still working on this. I need to check with the Q&A or server, or maybe I need to talk with legal because we need to change content. So we need to discuss with the content. So it's a team effort, and every day we align on this.
Yeah. All right, cool. I think we have actually another good question, and it's also related to this topic. And also, I have a question as well. So let's start with the first one. So, how many designers work at Bumble? And can you tell us about their seniority?
Okay, we have. I don't know exactly the number, guys. Approximately, we have 8 senior designers, 2 product designers, and then we have content designers. I mean, something like 7, 8 content designers, and then we have 2 design leads, and then we have 3 managers, design managers, and 1 head of product, and 1 product director. That is your friend.
It's my friend. Okay. It's product director, like VP.
Yes.
Right. Maybe one day we will do an interview with this guy as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have.
So the question that I have, and thanks for answering these questions, by the way. So my question is, you mentioned a couple of times that you do presentations in this, in some of the rituals. Can you maybe tell us a little bit more in details, actually, how these presentations looks like? What do you do? How do you present? Or maybe you can describe step by step what's the ideal presentation looks like.
Yeah, so basically we call this kind of presentation design deck, where we present a feature, for example, a specific project. And it's something that can help us as a designer to present our work in the best ways possible. At the same time, head of product can understand what you are talking about in the easy ways as possible. And third is something that you can share with the entire team. Easily, you can send a link, they can check all the info, they can get the info, because inside the design deck, we have links to, for example, to the PRD, that is the document that a product designer needs to do every time we work on a project, where everyone can find all the info and details. How it looks, it's simple. So first of all, you have the overview of the project. You set the context. You describe the project. You say, we are doing this feature because we want to improve this kind of experience and increase the revenues of our project and whatever. And then you present the project itself. You present the flow, how it works, and then you can be more in detail. You can go in details and present every single screens where you change the UI, you change the product. And you need to show the rationale behind your decision. You need to say, okay, I did this job because we think or we know from our research that users don't use this feature. So based on real data, you can explain your design. At the end, at the end of the presentation, you need to say, okay, what are the success metrics of this project? So what is the final outcome you want to reach with this kind of project? You can say, okay, I want to increase the user retention or the user acquisition. For example, for my pod, it's important the user acquisition and the retention. So these are the main metrics that we want to improve. So basically, describe the context, describe the flow, and then screenshots of your job of this flow, and then at the end the metrics and everything. So you need to have a really good understanding of the problem space and the context, and basically you need to be good in presenting your project, because I think it's one of the most powerful skill that's a designer has to have. Sorry.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, same that usually we do in an interview. It's like as a first step, and then you do it in a company, right?
Yes.
So you always present. You have to present actually.
Yeah.
And this is essential skill. 100%. Definitely agree. And another question actually also from my side is that we talked about presentation. So let's say you presented. Can you tell me about the feedback culture? We can talk about Bumble or in general. So how can you describe the feedback that stakeholders or other people give you?
It's about review, or you mean feedback about the product?
I think let's start actually with the product, right?
Okay.
So let's say you have a design session and you show what you've done, and obviously you need to receive a feedback, right? So how it works actually?
Yes. So it's all about negotiation. It's all about describing the rationale about your work. More strong is the rationale, and more is powerful. More the designer can lead the conversation and take the feedback so manage the feedback. I mean, for example, if the other product can say, I don't think this is gonna work for the project, you can explain that maybe for a specific reason, we are going to have this kind of design, and based on the research and based on what we know already from the users, we think, because it's always like this, we think we can test it and we can have good results. But sometimes you need to also listen the other pro. You can't say, no, we don't want to do what you are saying right now. You need to take the feedback, think about it, and maybe present another option and multiple option. But in general, the best way to convince, to get the head of product on board is to have a good rationale. It means that you, before the presentation, before every single discussion with everyone, you need to know the product in details. You need to know the reason why you decided to have a specific design.
So it's about negotiation, right? It's not about like arguing and saying like, oh, I'm right, but you are wrong.
No, because maybe they have a good point. No, they can say, I didn't think about this. No, and you can say, okay, it can be another type of collaboration, an extra step of collaboration with the product. Lead of product, with a stakeholder. So because sometimes they have a different points of view that you don't have, so it's something that you can use. And
that's a really cool one. Collaboration.
Collaboration.
This is the keyword. So let's take a look in the chat. We have a couple of good questions. One question is about, of course, ChatGPT, and we'll definitely cover this question later on. So stay tuned. And another question is, I think it's a question from Vitaly. I think it's a question not only for product designers, to be honest. I think it's to everyone. However, let me read it. So how do you usually measure the success of a new feature?
So we have we test the features with the users. We have two types of data, qualitative and quantitative. So qualitative, it means that you test with real users. So before the launch, we have session with the users. We test the prototype. The user research team will do all research to understand if it works or not works, if it is successful or not. But the most important result is from data. So from data, imagine you launch an MVP in a country at 10% of rollout, you test the app, and you see that your product is working, people use the product. So there are different metrics to take in consideration, as I mentioned before, user retention, user acquisition. For example, for us, it's important that people start meaningful conversation. They start chatting between each other. If they use the chat more than, a specific time, it means that it's successful. So we helped users to start a conversation, to build a relationship. So in our case, the product is successful when they start building a relation, when they start building a network. So metrics like number of chats, time spent in the chat. There are many of them. So retention day 0, retention 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. So there are many of them to take in consideration. So the most important one, there are two important, just to summarize what I'm saying. So one is about qualitative data. So it means that users use the app, they give us feedback. And then the other one is about data. So we can get really cool, really interesting data from data analysis. And in general, data analysts help us to understand data, because as a designer, you can't understand everything. So sometimes you need to talk with data analyst, and he or her can give you the explanation and all rational and all data you need. So basically, these are the type of metrics we look at usually.
Cool, awesome. I think it's a good time to slightly switch topic from Bumble, because anyway we'll come back to Bumble as well. Because I also have one question. I mean, I worked with Bumble a couple of years ago, but this is how I know Francesco, by the way. But I also have a question, but let me keep it. Two other questions. So first one is, so when the design lead asks in the interview about their design system, what exactly they want to hear? So I think let me go first. So I think when the interviewer or lead designer is asking this question, it's first of all focuses about like how do you understand design systems and what do you know about design systems? And this is definitely will be the first step of understanding. The second step of understanding is more about like if you have worked with the design systems, and this is very important step, because if they're asking this question, if it's written on their career website that, hey, we're looking for a designer and we want this designer to be experienced in design systems, then obviously they're looking someone who has touched the design systems, right? So who understands a little bit about how it works, right? How it's built, maybe somebody who worked already a little bit, but still worked with the design systems, with the developers, with other designers. So it's more about like understanding of your knowledge, like how much do you know about design system first, and second, if you have had an experience working with design systems.
Correct. Yes.
Approved from Francesco.
Yeah, it's correct, guys. But yeah, because design system is part of our job, it's part of our process. And if you don't know how to use it, how to apply, how to be consistent, for example, in the app, you are not doing your job in a good way. Because every day we need to check the design system. I actually working a lot on the design system part of this app. And yeah, because I can't say many things about it's a new project that will be launched soon. Mm-hmm. But yeah, in general, design system is crucial. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, good. Okay. Don't tell about secrets.
Yeah, sorry.
Please, let's keep it. Cool. Thank you. So I think it's time to cover another interesting topic, which is AI.
Oh my God.
Of course, Chat GPT. Midjourney and other resources. So in general, what do you think about this stuff?
In general, I see many designers are afraid about AI because they say that the AI is gonna take over the world and it will replace us in everything. But from my point of view, I see the AI like a tool to use to make our work even better. I see AI like a collaborator, no? It's a tool that you use to be faster. For example, yesterday afternoon, I made a presentation just in 3-4 hours using Chat GPT.
Really? And what was the quality?
And I was blocked on that presentation for 1 year. Yeah, can you imagine? I didn't have time to work on that presentation. I said, you know what? Let's use ChatGPT and get all the info I need for this presentation. And the result is amazing. It's
really?
Because sometimes so basically, let's explain what is ChatGPT. Maybe there is someone that
sure.
ChatGPT is a tool. It's something like a chat, no? Where you can write whatever you want. You can ask questions.
Yes.
And get all the info you need. It's something like a one-to-one conversation with Google. Imagine there is Google on the other side, and you say, Google, I would like to know more about design system. Okay. And Google replies saying, the design system works in this way. You need to do this, and you can get all the info you need. It's more a focused conversation because actually we are distracted from many things. So if you go on Google and write something, you can get I don't know, 1,000 of answers or 1,000 of resources, and you need to check. You can easily lose the focus. But with ChatGPT, it's a one way of conversation. So I think it's really, really powerful. You can learn a lot from ChatGPT. So from my point of view, actually, the AI is something that can make your work much, much better.
And your life happier.
Yeah, life better.
Life better. Cool. And maybe so for this presentation, how your request looked like? Like, what did you ask? Like, hey, can you improve this? And you send like a couple of notes.
No, one question was, can you write? Can you make a persona that is will use a product that will use a product about fitness, for example. Create a persona that use a fitness app, and then you see name, age, location, background, pain points, goals, and others, and values, something like that. Yeah, you can get you can easily get all the info you need, no? And it works. It's fine. It's not bad, you know.
Yeah.
And then you can ask other questions. So, how to plan a user research, how to ask a question for a user research. So, for example, make a list of 10 questions to ask a users to understand if my feature related to this works. And then you can get all the questions.
Yeah.
You can save a lot of time.
Okay.
That's it.
That's cool. I mean, it's like a future.
It's amazing.
The future is here, right?
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
And actually, the content design team at Bumble is using AI.
The content team is using it.
Yes.
Like for references, for inspiration,
proofreading, and ideas. So they bought already a subscription for.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, my God. So
even more powerful.
Yeah.
It's not a replacement. It's getting better.
Yeah, it's like an extra.
It's an extra. It's a plus. It's
nice. Well, thank you for this amazing conversation. Now I want to play even more with the ChatGPT. To be honest, I have a couple of questions as well. And don't forget, if you have other questions to Francesca, please feel free to send it in the chat. So my question is, I want to come back actually to Bumble. And I think I saw this question in the chat as well, but maybe you can tell us about what benefits do Bumble provide?
Oh, that's amazing. No, Bumble has really, really good benefits. Perks, yes. And we have unlimited holidays. Unlimited. You can ask holidays. I think I took something like 1 month and a half of vacation. So it's fine, it's okay, because for the company it's crucial. It's really, really important, the mental health of the employees. They need to be psychologically safe, and they need to stay good in wealth, and then we have bonuses, annual bonuses. We have gym subscription, for example. We have Deliveroo, for example.
It's for free.
Yeah, they give you a voucher every month.
Right.
Something like 50 pounds per month to use on Deliveroo.
Yeah, Deliveroo is like a delivery, like Yandex.Lavka, so similar to these brands.
And then we have a budget for training. You know this. We have 2,000 pounds for training. We can use every year for whatever we want, for courses, books.
Education. So it's like a budget for education.
A budget for education. Last year we had a Christmas gift. And imagine you have a list of gifts to a list of
that you want.
No, they gave you. They gave us a list of gifts, something like iPhone, something like the vacuum cleaner from Dyson. So huge, really crazy stuff, guys. So I took
the Santa Claus.
It's Santa
Bumble
Claus,
Santa Claus.
the real Santa Claus, not the fake one, but yeah. And of course, I took the vacuum cleaner, no?
Of course. Why do you need an iPhone, right?
No, I don't need an iPhone.
Yeah.
Because the company can provide the iPhone. And all the equipment you need. And another thing is that is fully remote in UK. So if you live in UK, you can work remotely all year. So be fully remote.
Yeah.
But you need to stay in UK.
Yeah.
Not outside UK. But we have
but also Bumble has offices around the world, right?
Yeah, we have offices in UK, in London, in Dubai, Austin, Texas, in US,
States,
and
Barcelona
as well. And I think there is another one somewhere. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Dubai, for example, it's. I think it's really cool for you guys from Russian. Yeah, and if you are a developer, you can go there. But I think designers has to stay in UK probably. Yeah.
But also conferences, right?
Yeah, you can ask.
Yeah, and it's like a huge budget, right?
You have tickets to go there. Yes.
So the company can buy you a ticket, also like a flight tickets, plus business class, plus tickets for a conference, and and also the hotel, right?
Yeah.
So they provide everything.
They will provide everything.
And I think if you spend your money in this conference, they can also reimburse. So it means that you don't need to spend your own money, right?
Another thing is the dental insurance and the health insurance, 2 types of insurance. And then we have stock options, of course.
So many great things, actually.
It's really good.
It's really cool.
But the unlimited, the main one is the unlimited holidays. It's
the best.
I can ask.
It's the best for you, right?
Yes, it's one of the best. Because I can ask my manager 2 weeks, at least 2 or 3 weeks before I want to
go.
I can ask
so
at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks as well. You can ask, but you need to have a really good, motivation, reason.
Right.
You can say for 2 weeks I need to pause, I need to relax, and because I was working a lot, so because of burnout, I need 3 weeks in Maldives.
That's okay.
Maldives, just go.
In Maldives.
Or Zanzibar, you can go.
Of course. What about Positano?
Positano, you can go to Positano, Capri.
Okay.
Yeah, rent a yacht and go there easily.
You definitely can afford it.
Yeah, why not? Why not? For one day, you can spend all savings.
Cool. Well, so many cool actually benefits and perks for sure. It's like that's amazing. And I have another question. Last question from my side. It's there are many people who's watching us today, and I think it would be nice if you can maybe recommend some books or resources or something where to get inspiration, where to get new knowledge, what to read, what to watch. So something like from your side. So what do you think as a specialist, right? Where can you get this inspiration?
Yeah, there are many books out there, to be honest, too many resources. But one of the most popular one, for example, if you start now in UX or something like that, it's Don't Make Me Think. Don't Make Me Think is a really cool book where you can understand exactly how users think about how they think about the product, and how they interact with the product, because the main point is you don't need to make people think about your UI, for example, or guess about your UI, where to click, where to what type of action they need to do and other stuff. And it's pretty cool, that one. But actually, I'm reading a book that is about product management, because product management in our work is important. You need to think as a product manager as well. You need to think about the strategy, the vision of a product, and all the implication. And it's called the title, guys, I don't remember the title, but it's called Product Leadership.
Right. That's okay, because definitely after that we will share all
I will share all the link. There are
all these resources for sure, so don't worry.
There are many of that. There is another one that is called Build. Have you ever heard about this? Build.
For product managers?
No, for design. It's the story of the creator of the iPod.
Okay.
Probably you know about this guy. Guy, I don't have the list here, but I will share with you.
Again, we'll share after that. Yeah.
But there are many of them, guys. But the first one is Don't Make Me Think.
Right. So this is like book number one, right?
Book number one, the Bible of UX.
Right.
There are plenty of them.
Cool. Well, fantastic. So thank you so much, Francesco. That was really amazing conversation. If you don't mind, I'll switch back to Russian. Right. So just like to finish this conversation and to ask our participants.
Sure.
Right. So
thank you.
Sorry in advance.
Thank you so much.
Итак, переключаемся обратно на русский язык. Я надеюсь, что этот стрим на самом деле показал, что не так уж и сложно понимать и разговаривать на английском языке с европейцами, на самом деле с англичанами, с американцами. Это все в какой-то степени дело практики, но вам не нужно быть каким-то супер-адванс уровнем, чтобы просто устраиваться в компанию, работать в компании своей мечты, где говорят не на русском языке или на вашем языке, а на английском. То есть ничего сложного в этом на самом деле нет. Плюс в чате многие написали, что вообще было все супер понятно, как будто мы говорили на родном языке, что очень круто. Мне хочется подвести итог и сказать, что спасибо большое, что смотрите, это очень приятно. Спасибо большое, что пишете, оставляете фидбэк. Это заставляет, на самом деле, приглашать таких классных гостей, как Франческо, разговаривать с другими экспертами, делиться какими-то знаниями. И просто в конце хочу напомнить, что у меня есть авторский курс о том, как проходить собеседование, потому что мы сейчас слышали о том, какие классные бенефиты представляет Bumble, на самом деле не только Bumble, и если вы хотите попробовать поработать или в Bumble, или в похожей компании, поработать с Франческо или с похожими дизайнерами, опять же, в этом нет ничего сложного, есть просто практика, нужно уметь правильно проходить собеседование. На этом курсе я как раз учу, как проходить собеседование. Это комплексный подход, где я вас условно беру за ручку, и мы с вами начинаем с самого первого этапа, когда только мы собираемся написать рекрутеру, и рекрутер написал нам, и после этого заканчиваю. Понятно, что мы проходим через CV, LinkedIn, презентацию и все остальные этапы в собеседовании, и заканчиваем оффером, потому что получить хороший оффер, это тоже нужно постараться, и этому тоже я обучаю. Ну что, если вам релевантно, просто напишите мне в личку, и мы с вами продолжим общаться, я более подробно расскажу. На этом я предлагаю закончить. Смело оставляйте ваш фидбэк. Мы обязательно поделимся. Франческо поделится книжками, которые он порекомендовал. Напишите, что вы думаете, ставьте лайки или не лайки. И до скорых встреч. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Boom.